For years passed since the palace. 1 year remained. The dragon was found. Rai stood at the northern wastes with 20 resistance fighters. Commander Lyra warned him, "The Emperor's here with 100 soldiers." "Then we move faster," Rai said. They reached a black mountain. Rai entered alone. Inside, an old man sat waiting. "I am Drakon. You're late. The trials." "You're the dragon?" Rai gasped. "I sealed my power in human form 5,000 years ago. Tired of being worshipped and hunted." Drakon's golden eyes burned. "Legendary beasts test humanity. Sky Serpent tested compassion. Phoenix tested hope. I test if humans deserve survival. Pass 3 trials or fail forever." First trial. A burning village appeared. "Save this one or another village burns. Choose." Rai refused. "I reject your premise. I'll save this village and fight to end the system forcing this choice." Drakon nodded. Second trial. Second trial. Future Rai appeared on a throne. "You defeated the Emperor but became a tyrant maintaining order through force. Accept this future." "No. If I become a tyrant to defeat tyranny, I've already lost." Third trial. Kira and Caden appeared. "I can resurrect one. Choose." Rai refused again. "I won't trade lives like currency." They died for their beliefs. Bringing one back cheapens both sacrifices. They faded proud. Drakon smiled for the first time. 5,000 years. You're the first to pass all 3. The cavern exploded. The Emperor arrived. Real quick. Only 9% of you are subscribed. This is 22,000 plus words of free content. If you want part 4, subscribe now. 2 seconds. Otherwise this dies here. The 3-way war. Drakon, your core is mine. The Emperor unleashed 7 legendary cores simultaneously. Drakon blocked it with one hand. You never mastered them. They fight each other, tearing you apart. They clashed while soldiers attacked Rai. He fought with Sky Serpent and Phoenix power, but was overwhelmed. "Surrender or I burn every village that helped you," the Emperor screamed. Drakon laughed. "Empty threats from a dying man. We can all see it, you have 1 year left. The cores are killing you. Then we all die." The Emperor activated 7 cores convergence. Reality cracked. An annihilation sphere began expanding, consuming everything. Kira's spirit appeared. "Phoenix thing, I'm bound to you forever. Let me help." Her energy merged with Rai's. Dual heart ascension. Golden white power erupted. Rai walked through the annihilation sphere and struck the Emperor. The technique collapsed. The Emperor slumped, dying. "You proved partnership beats domination. I was wrong about everything." The Emperor's end. Rai knelt beside the dying Emperor. "Why risk everything? I'm dying. 10 years left. Each core was supposed to extend my life, but they're tearing me apart instead." Blood ran from his mouth. 3 centuries of tyranny. Because I was afraid of death and chaos. People will organize themselves, Rai said. The Emperor smiled. You passed my test too. These 5 years were to see if someone worthy existed. He looked at Drakon. Give the boy your core. Not me. I failed your test 300 years ago. He passed. You surrender your claim? Drakon was shocked. I'm dying anyway. Might as well do one thing right. The Emperor looked at Rai. Don't think only you can save everyone. Don't let fear make you a tyrant. And when your time comes, let go. Trust what you built. That's the lesson I never learned. He died peacefully. Drakon turned to Rai. 5,000 years of judging. You're the first to pass. I'll give you everything, my full power, knowledge, essence. Not just my core. You'll die.
I'm tired.
After 5,000 years, I've earned rest. And you're worthy. Drakon placed his hand on Rai's chest. Power without compassion is destruction. Compassion without power can't protect anything. You have both. Use them together. Power flowed into Rai. 5,000 years of wisdom, strength, memories. 3 legendary hearts merged, Sky Serpent, Phoenix, Dragon. Goodbye, Stormbringer. Make us proud. Drakon faded completely. The mountain collapsed. They escaped as it imploded. Rai stood in the snow, overwhelmed by 3 legendary hearts. What now? Lyra asked. We rebuild. Through inspiration, not conquest. 3 legendary hearts. Emperor's redemption. Drakon's sacrifice. Peak storytelling. Only 10% subscribed. If you want the finale, subscribe now. Please, rebuilding. 6 months passed. The Emperor's death created chaos. Governors declaring independence. Warlords seizing territory.
Rai traveled constantly, stopping warlord, exposing corruption, mediating dispute.
But he never took control. I'm not here to rule you. I'm here to protect you while you learn to rule yourselves. He established councils, trained defenders, connected regions. The Guardian network spread protectors, not rulers. It was messy, slow, frustrating, but genuine. Kira's spirit appeared. You're doing it, proving it's possible. Barely. Sometimes I wonder if the Emperor was right. Efficient isn't the same as right. Look, people are learning to trust again. Drakon's voice echoed. You're proving humanity can change. That's why you succeed. You understand strength is what you build together. But deep in the ruined capital, General Varkos studied forbidden texts. He'd survived, hidden, gathering materials for an artificial core technique. 9 artificial cores. The Emperor had deemed it too dangerous. Everyone who tried went insane or died. But Varkos was desperate. He activated the ritual. Pain exploded through him as 9 cores merged with his body, tearing his mind apart, destroying his humanity. When it finished, Varkos stood transformed, covered in crystallized energy, eyes glowing 9 colors, no longer human or sane. Time to show the boy what real strength looks like. He launched toward Rai's location, the final battle. Rai felt the disturbance, massive unstable energy approaching.
Artificial cores.
Multiple. Someone's insane. Varkos appeared like a meteor, leaving destruction. His body warped, voice distorted with 9 tones. Rai, the boy who broke me, who preached weakness. Varkos, what did you do? I became pure power. Let me show you what strength looks like. 9 artificial cores unleashed simultaneously. The assault was overwhelming. Rai fought with 3 legendary hearts but was pushed back. 9 beats 3. Numbers don't lie. Numbers aren't everything. Rai channeled all 3 hearts. Kira's spirit blazed. He's unstable. If we don't stop him, he'll explode and take everything within miles. How do I stop someone already insane? Drakon's wisdom. Break his concentration. The artificial cores are held together by will. Find the human buried under madness. Rai charged through the attacks and grabbed Varkos's chest. Varkos, look at what this power did to you. You're not strong. You're a prisoner of fear. For one moment, Varkos's eyes cleared. I can't control. Rai, run. I'm going to. The 9 cores destabilized. Rai created a barrier, sealing the explosion inside using all 3 legendary hearts. He screamed from the effort, body burning, mind tearing. But he held it. For 10 eternal seconds, Rai was the only thing standing between catastrophe and the world. The explosion imploded, consuming itself. Rai collapsed. The area where Varkos stood was a glass crater. Everything beyond was untouched. You saved thousands, Lyra said. I couldn't save him. Rai looked at the crater. Another life consumed by desperate power. Kira's spirit appeared. Faint. You can't save everyone. You can only be there for those willing to be saved. That's enough. After 3 parts, 22,000 plus words, only 11% subscribed. Rai risked everything to protect people. I'm asking 2 seconds to subscribe so this reaches people who need it. Please. Epilogue. The world that could be. 1 year later, Rai stood on his childhood cliff. The continent was healing. Communities governed themselves. The Guardian Network protected without controlling. Children grew up with hope. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Kira appeared. Thinking deep thoughts? Just remembering how impossible this all seemed. And now I know nothing's impossible, just difficult. I can't stay forever, Kira said softly. Eventually I'll fade, but I'll always be part of you. I'll make sure you're proud when that happens. I'm already proud, Storm Boy. Far away, the Guardian Network gathered. Lyra addressed thousands. 5 years ago we lived under tyranny. One boy showed us another way. That change is possible. That strength is about protection, not domination. Every generation must choose tyranny or freedom. We choose freedom. That's his legacy. But Rai wasn't there. He was on his cliff, training like every morning. Punch after punch. Not because he needed to, he was already legendary. But because training was never about power. It was about discipline. About becoming better. The boy who challenged the sky proved the world could change. That kindness wasn't weakness. That power could protect instead of destroy. And that was a legacy worth any sacrifice. Lightning flickered around his hands, then faded. The Stormbringer smiled. The end of part 3.